NBA 2K25 has made a new takeover system, but the question is the takeover system truly different than years past? We're going to answer that and more, but before we get into that, make sure you drop a like and subscribe. As like up the video, push the video to the recommended, and of course subscribe and put your note again for my daily uploads. Without further ado, let's hop straight into the video. Okay, so as we know, the new takeover system that they implemented, it sounds wild, right? From the surface, there is a lot of moving pieces. It's extremely confusing, but of course, you know, Uncle Demi, I am here to help you. All right, so the new takeover system, it says you can choose from 72 takeovers and 14 takeover abilities using NBA 2K25's new takeover system to target different attributes and improve your my player during gameplay. Takeovers have 5 levels, which you'll gradually boost with strong performances on the court and by raising your takeover meter and heating up to red hot. Okay, that right there is pretty self-explanatory. I did go in depth with the takeover system as far as, you know, you have to play 15 games. You have to hit level 3 15 times in order to get to level 4. Then when you get level 4, you have to hit that 15 times in order to get to level 5. When you get to level 5, that's when you're able to unlock the special takeover ability. So you have to be, you know, you hit that level 5, you'll be able to do that. And when you look at the takeovers, the ones that we do see, we have above the rim, we have ankle taker, attacking, we have barbecue chicken, block party, board beast, break, igniter, brute, bucket, and then of course the takeover ability that we see here is the deep bag post. Okay, now one thing I definitely want to point out, since Zach Timmerman did bring it up, he said barbecue chicken was one of his favorite, and basically that will be a post scoring type takeover. And in order to be able to get these takeovers, they are going to be attached to your attributes. So obviously you won't be able to get the barbecue chicken unless you have close shot, post control, and strength at a certain level. Okay, so each takeover, there's 72 of them, but while you're moving your attributes around, it will let you know, hey, this is a takeover that you can unlock. All right, and then of course the takeover ability, that is the deep bag post. Now there's 14 different takeover abilities. We're only able to see one that we know of, which is a deep back post. So I'll speak on that one. The barbecue chicken, along with unlocking the deep back post, it said it's easier to beat defenders with post back downs, moves, fakes, and shots. Okay, and as you can see the levels for that, right? You see your level 1, you get a +2 to your close shot and post control. A level 2, you get a +3, and then so on, right? You see all the way through until you finally hit level 5, which is the max, and that's a +7 to those 3 attributes. So it's safe to say that most likely the takeovers that are going to be impacted will probably only be 3 categories, but maybe, you know, I'm tripping, but right now for the barbecue chicken, it's just those 3 attributes that are getting boosted. All right, now here's the thing, and this is what I really want to speak on, is that for the past couple 2Ks, the only takeover system that we really saw benefits from really was shooting, right? I mean, you got some lockdown takeover. Yeah, I mean, you see what I'm saying? Like, but when you look at your finishing, it was like, you know what I'm saying? To me, I felt like the way that they're doing it right now is kind of like going back to like 2K19. Now, we all remember how post takeover in 2K19 was absolutely crazy, right? I'm talking about centers would sit there and like just throw you out of the way and just dunk it. Or if you was right there in the rim, he picked you up, he threw you in the rim along with the ball. Like, it was some crazy overpowered type animations you got. The shot creating, you know, Playmaking Takeover allowed you to fall on the ground. Like, you could just drop people straight on the ground so much with the Playmaking Takeover. You also had that in 2K19. Now, I mean 20. Now, I see ankle taker. So does that mean that you're getting that ability to get takeover? Does that mean, because Mike Wayne did come out and said that you will be able to, if you have a high level of ball handler, to get the Hall of Fame ankle assassin, that you'll be able to get some drops. But does that also mean now that you'll be able to get even more drops with the high, let's say you got legend, ankle assassin, and then you have the ankle takeover, and then who knows what the ankle takeover ability will be? You know, we just don't know. But does that mean that you have people just, you know, fall on the ground all over the place, right? I didn't really care about falling on the ground. I just thought that was a good thing to have. I guess the more demoralizing part is when you know the game's 19-19 and then this dude got, Playmaking Takeover. I'm talking about in 19 and 20. Say the game was tied, they got Playmaking Takeover. You're pretty much screwed. Like, I mean, yeah, you there was a way to do it by like, holding circle, trying to take, like for not to fall down, that type of deal. But it just became to the point it was like, dude, like it was just sometimes the takeover was just like, all right, bet, man, this is a lot. It's game over. Post takeover, there was nothing you could do in 1920. Listen, someone had post take. Remember you tried to emote? Right when they try to drop step at the same time? Because if you emote, it'll take away the animation. Just think about that. And to me, so that's where I have my questions about, like, yo, like, how overpowered will these takeovers and animations be when it comes to the balance of the game? But there needs to be enough to where people are satisfied. Like, I do feel like people need to fall on the ground. I do feel like, when you get the post takeover, there should be some strength and dominance. I just don't know if it should be so highly associated with animations, because if you have it associated with animations, we already know you're gonna get locked into those things and there's nothing you can do about it, right? You see the other one right here, again, brute. Like, what does that even mean? Brute. Like, brute force? Does that mean like you can just go straight like Zion Williamson straight to the basket and people just like bounce off you like you're like the juggernaut with straight momentum going to the rim? You see what I'm saying? When you break it down with actual names like this, you expect animations to be associated with this. Break igniter, I mean, I'm pretty sure that has to do with, your passing is gonna be really high, your dribbling is gonna be really high. Like, you're talking about like, prime John Wall or De'Aaron Fox, someone that can go, from basket to basket, Russell Westbrook really quick. So, that sounds like a really good one. Then you have a just straight attacking, but then you have brute, so it's attacking, like a slashing type, where, but then you have above the rim. So it's really complex right now to understand. We don't have enough information to thoroughly be able to digest what we're looking at. Excuse me, if you didn't know, I'm getting off a code. But there's so many takeovers, but there's only a limited amount of abilities that come from these. So where's the association at to where we'll be able to, thoroughly understand? Hopefully we'll be able to get some more information before the game comes out. The only thing we have is just the barbecue chicken in the deep back post. There should have been more information on that, because to me, I feel like we are missing out on a lot of good information that is very valuable to us as far as trying to get a consensus of is these takeovers going to be overpowered? Is it going to be worth it? Because I felt like last year, just upping your physicals was good. You saw that initially, like, you saw your speed and strength and that type of deal. I like that. But now, instead of just doing this to physicals, they're going straight to like these actual names that are going to be for specific things that you can do really well with takeover. And like bucket, like, what does that even mean? Is that like everything, all encompassing? Because a bucket can be above the rim, ankle taker, attacking, because it's a bucket, right? Or does that mean like you have the ability to hit a shot from deep no matter where you at? Or, because to me, how can you have 72 takeovers and then only 14 takeover abilities, right? So that means out of the 72 takeovers, all 72 of them are going to fall in within 14 takeover abilities. So even if you have 72 takeovers, it doesn't really matter, because the abilities that come with it are only going to be within 14 categories. So that's where I'm trying to get at. So I'm figuring like attacking, above the rim, maybe those two might pretty much have like the same takeover ability, right? Those are questions that I just have. I'm not really sure about. But again, those are questions that will be answered hopefully soon when we get more information. But y'all let me know in the comment section. Do y'all think that these are going to be highly animation based? Do you feel like this is a really good takeover system? I'm curious to know where y'all stand on this. Let me know in the comment sections. Other than that, it's your favorite old head, Uncle Demi. I'll be back really, really soon with the banger man. When I say back soon with the banger, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm talking about tomorrow, man. I'm out.